My name is Latina Webb and welcome to Let's Get to Cooking. Today we're going to make a classic Caesar salad because it's Sunday and Sundays are for classics. I thought it would be nice to dedicate Sundays to classic meals, and today's classic meal is pretty popular. Okay, to make this classic Caesar salad, the first thing we want to do is prep our romaine lettuce. So we want a crispy romaine lettuce, so we're going to cut off the stems, we're going to rinse it, and we're going to roll it up in a paper towel. After you roll it up with a paper towel, we're going to stick it in the fridge for 1 hour. Okay, paper towel. Cut off the stem. Okay, you have 1 head of romaine lettuce, which we're going to place on a paper towel. So you have your paper towel, just put your leaves on there. You can use a clean tea towel if you'd like. I started using bamboo paper products in our houses, so I'm just really trying to rid my kitchen of toxins. So I'm doing a little bit as I can. I'm also going to try to make my kitchen plastic free by 2026. That's my goal. It's a little personal goal. So yeah, we've started using bamboo tissue and bamboo paper towels, but you know, cloth works as well. Get all these lined up on this paper towel. Just roll it up. Pretty easy. And then you're going to put this in the fridge for 1 hour. Okay. Nice crispy romaine lettuce on its way. Now that the romaine lettuce is chilling in the fridge, we're going to make croutons. First, you want to start by turning your oven on 375. What you're going to need is a little baking sheet, a little parchment paper if you have. You have 4 cloves of garlic for the bread, the croutons, and some old stale bread. So you're just going to like break this up into some chunks here. So we'll start with big chunks, and then once we make our croutons in the oven, we'll break it down some more to smaller pieces. You want a nice surface area so you can paint your olive oil garlic spread on there. So go in there quite easily. Everybody likes a nice garlic bread. I think. I know I do. And this is a really good way to use old bread. You know when the loaf gets a little crunchy? Croutons are great. A nice little piece that has a good surface area. There we go. You got your bread pieces cut up. I had about a half of loaf of bread, you know, whatever you have left. Your desired amount of croutons for your salad. As far as the garlic is concerned as well, the recipe calls for 4 cloves of garlic. These are quite large cloves, so I might just do 3. And you don't want to have such a garlic situation going on. Of course, use your discretion of how much garlic you'd like to use. So I have a little small bowl here, which I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of olive oil for the garlic after you crush it up, mince it up. This is some fresh olive oil from the Hollywood Farmers Market. Adam's Ranch. Thank you, Adam. All right, so a 1/4 cup of olive oil for the croutons. Smash these guys. Take the skin off. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. It's really sunny here in California today. The LA Marathon, I think, is going on today. So we opted not to go to the farmer's market today, which I don't think it's closed, but we just didn't go. We have everything we need this time. The birds are chirping, it's really sunny out. It's supposed to be a high of 68 degrees today, so I think I might plant my new herbs that I got from the farmer's market after I finish making this salad. Let's get to cooking, right? I love this salad. It's so delicious. My husband started making it and I was like, where did you find this recipe? And he was like, from the New York Times. And I was like, oh, you know, they really have some good recipes. The New York Times cooking app. Let's chop our roux. And then we're a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then we're gonna paint the bread. Brush this onto your bread pieces. Don't be shy, you guys. Don't be shy. You just want this to get nice and crispy and golden brown. Put it on all the surfaces of your bread. There we go. Okay, it looks like my timer's ready for the bread to go in the oven. 375. So let's go ahead and put that in the oven. You're gonna flip it one time as it's toasting. 15 minutes in the oven. See y'all later. I'm gonna do 7 minutes first, and then I'm gonna flip my bread and then do 7 more minutes. Or 8. Anyhow, for the dressing for the Caesar salad, and a saucepan, put some water in it, and you're gonna bring it to a boil. And once it goes to a boil, you're going to lower your egg into the water with a slotted spoon for 1 minute, and then you're going to remove it and let it cool as we make the rest of the dressing. Okay, this is the bowl I'm going to use for my Caesar salad. This is a beautiful bowl. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my garlic. 1 clove of garlic. You want to prepare yourself a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, grate it. You're going to do 2 tablespoons of lime juice, just the yolk of 1 egg, and 1½ teaspoons of Worcestershire, 3/4 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 4 to 5 anchovies, 1/2 cup of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You guys got that? Okay. We're making the dressing. The water's boiling for the egg because you're gonna need the egg yolk. So let's just break down this garlic. 1 clove of garlic. This is for the dressing. We're gonna grate our Parmesan cheese, a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna use the zester. You want your cheese with a fine texture because it's going in the dressing anyway, so I find that the zester makes a good cheese grater sometimes. For this recipe, I'm eyeballing a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Nothing like fresh Parmesan when you grate it. It smells delicious, right? 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. It smells so good. Okay. I'm gonna use this for my Rachel Ray bowl. Scraps. Okay, and then you need 2 tablespoons of lime juice. It's almost time to put my croutons. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I find that 1/2 of a lime you usually are able to get 1 tablespoon out of. So 1 tablespoon, and then 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I love limes. I think I like limes more than I like lemons. Sorry, lemons. Ooh. I think I got lime juice on my dress. Sucks. Okay, that's why people use aprons. Yeah, I know. I have one over there and I should put it on. Okay, so let's kind of move around our croutons and flip that. See what's going on in here. Ooh. Back in the oven for another 7 to 8 minutes. And how long you want to crisp up your croutons. Okay, so we have our 2 tablespoons of lime juice. We have our 1 clove of garlic. We have our 1/4 cup of Parmesan. And we need 3/4 of a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Since we only need a 3/4 teaspoon, I'm going to take a teaspoon and I'm just not going to fill it up all the way. I really like mustard. Need 4 to 5 anchovies. My favorite part. I love them. They're actually really good. 4 anchovies. So a 1/2 cup of olive oil. I have some extra virgin here. You have your egg. The water, it is boiling. We're gonna put this egg in here for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Okay, I'm gonna put my Worcestershire sauce in this little bowl. 1.5 teaspoons. That's 1 minute on your egg. Remove the egg. Let it cool somewhere. While your egg is cooling, let's make the dressing. I better put an apron on. There are a few more minutes left on my croutons, which are almost ready. This was a gift. You like it? This is from beautiful Jada. She bought this for me. Thank you, Jada. You're such a sweetheart. Love you. We all love you. She's always thinking of me. Thinking of everybody that's in her life. New apron. Let's get the cook on. Croutons are almost ready. Okay, so let's check the croutons. In 14 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes. There we go. All right, so while that's happening, let's go ahead and start our dressing. So lime juice, 2 tablespoons. Mustard, 3/4 teaspoon. Worcestershire, 1.5 teaspoon. 4 to 5 anchovies from a jar, and a clove of garlic that has been chopped. You're just going to mash this mixture up with the anchovies until the anchovies are dissolved. Might take a little bit of time. You have to like get in there and like mash the back of the spoon with the smooth surface of the bowl. If you have a bowl that has a smooth surface, this works really well. This is where my strength code comes in. Using my muscles. See that muscle over there? See that? See that? You see that? The back of the spoon, and I kind of press against the anchovy, and I kind of wiggle it around and move it in a circular motion. Just like really kind of press it. Just get in there and like really, those are crispy. So we just took our bread out of the oven. We just wanted to get a little bit more brown crisp on them. So now we're just continuing to mash our anchovies along with the ingredients that we added it to. And then after that, we're going to separate the egg yolk from the egg whites. And we're going to take the egg yolk and mix it into this mixture. Add the salt and pepper, drizzle our olive oil in this mixture, and we're going to make a dressing and emulsify it. And add the oil nice and slow as we whisk. I don't know why anchovies have such a bad rap. They're so good. Like everybody loves a Caesar salad, but when we say anchovies, they're like, oh, I don't like anchovies. But you love a Caesar salad and they have it in there. You're making like certain sauces and things like that. I think anchovies are a great base for that too. I've seen them being used in like beautiful sauces. So go Mexico. Thank you for this beautiful recipe. Thank you for sharing. This Mexican guy made this recipe, and it is, I think, like one of the most classic recipes that is out there. I mean, on almost every menu around the world, they sell a Caesar salad. It is so well loved and so well liked. I think all of these are all mashed up pretty nicely. All I see is garlic, and it smells delicious. Okay, so anchovies are mashed up. Now we want to add your egg yolk. So your egg has been cooling. Separate the egg yolk from the egg white. So you want the egg yolk, not the white part. Oh. Okay. I think they have you do it this way to really separate the egg yolk. That's what makes it so good. Egg. So we're whisking in, we whisk the egg yolk in here. And then we want to start adding our olive oil. So it's a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Oh, you know what? Let me add the salt and pepper first. There's a half teaspoon of pepper and a quarter teaspoon of salt. You want to just drizzle the olive oil in there. You don't want to chunk it all in there. You don't want to pour it in too fast. You just have to keep whisking as you pour it in. And then this is called the emulsifying process. This is how you emulsify for a dressing. It becomes nice and rich, thick. The whisking process and slow drizzle. Definitely an arm workout. I'll show you the texture of this. It's getting nice and thick. You see? So the whisking and the slow add to olive oil makes it nice and rich and creamy. We haven't even added the Parmesan yet. Woo! This is a workout. Oh my god, my arm hurts. Almost there. Just the last little bit. Did it, y'all. We emulsified with this. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. We're gonna add the Parmesan cheese. Quarter cup Parmesan to your dressing. Mix that up. Taste it. Wow, that is so good. Man, that's delicious. Okay. Crunch up your croutons. They should be nice and crispy where you can break them up with your hands. These are great. I mean, I'm not a huge bread person, but croutons, I fucks with croutons. Nice and crispy. These are great. And croutons are nice and crispy. You want to taste it with me? Really good. Okay. Uh-oh. Dog's in the kitchen. Alert. I think he thinks that something's going to be almost ready. So your romaine lettuce that has been crisping in the fridge for an hour are now ready to be soaking in this beautiful dressing. Let's cover these leaves in this beautiful Caesar dressing. You guys, let's plate this. Get some sauce on these. Paper, all that garbage and crunchy goodness. These croutons and the sauce, the leftover dressing. Get yourself a beautiful Caesar salad. Happy Sunday, everybody. Classic Sundays. We made a beautiful Caesar salad. This recipe is really, really good. It's really easy to make and very tasty. Some croutons. A little extra Parmesan to put on top to plate your last little bit. Bon appetit. Enjoy. The Caesar salad. Want to try some, babe? Okay, so let's try the Caesar salad. A little bit of everything. Crouton, lettuce. Yes. Oh, delicious. Really good. Delicious. Crispy lettuce. Dressing's great. So yummy. It's classic. Delicious, guys. A beautiful day. And I'll see you next time. And let's get to cooking.